So there's a bunch of videos here on YouTube with YouTubers buying cheap gear on Amazon and Wish and different sites. I want to do something similar, so I thought I wanted to buy the cheapest rig possible secondhand and use that rig to try to record a song. So let's go to Craigslist, or the site that's kind of similar to Craigslist here in Norway. To get a complete rig, I would need an amp, I would need a guitar, of course, and I also would love to have a pedal. Sorry. So what I'll do on the site, I'll go to my area and I'll sort it by lowest price to highest price and go through it and see if I can find one of those three things. Ooh, that's an ugly amp. Let's see here. Guitar combo amp XL10P by Watson. It has a volume treble and bass, headphone out, and a distortion knob as well. The price is 300 NOK, which is around $30. I'm going to try to get it for $20. What? This is a pedal that I never seen before. Fender Starcaster distortion pedal. Wow, that is a ugly pedal, that's for sure. This one is also $30. Let's try 20 on this one as well. And guitar, here's one. Of course, it's a black Strat copy. This gives me bad flashbacks to when I was 13 and played a bad black Strat. Reno Strat, very cheap. To be honest, it looks quite cool. Let's try to get this one for $50. Electro Harmonix Linear Power Booster 2, also for $30. Let's try to get this one for 20, but it's only 30, so I might just want to buy this anyway. Okay, let's wait a couple of hours and let's see if any of the sellers has gotten back to me.
A few moments later.
I was able to buy the Watson amp for $20. Same with the guitar. The first guitar that I looked at, I got that one for $50. The seller seems to be an actual guitar player, so he's not selling something that his kids didn't want to use. That weird Fender pedal, that was sold, unfortunately. And I haven't heard back from the guy who's selling the Electro Harmonix Linear Power Booster. But going out now to pick up the amp and the guitar, and hopefully I'm able to pick up a pedal as well. Yes. Back, I got everything that I wanted. Just picked up this one. That was the last one that I got, the LPB2 from Electro Harmonix. And here is the amp, a Watson 10 watt transistor amp. It should work, but I want to try it in a few seconds just to be sure. And here is the guitar, a Reno Strat copy. It seems to be working quite okay. There were some bad scratchy sounds in it. I think maybe that was just dust in the pot meters. So hopefully I will not have any issues when I take it to my studio tomorrow, because that's when we are going to see how it will work when recording a song. Okay, see you tomorrow. And it's the very next day. I brought everything to my studio. I've set it up with a Lewitt MTP 440 microphone going into my interface and then my DAW. And I made this simple song yesterday that I want to try to record now with this setup. Let's go. definitely going with the idea that I had yesterday. I've recorded most of it now, and I would say that guitar works just fine for this. I'm having some issues with some dead frets, but I'm not playing in this register anyway, so I think I'll be fine. The pedal also works just fine. It pushes the amp really hard, which is what I wanted. The biggest issue with this rig thus far is the amp. I'm kind of digging the clean tones, to be honest, but when you push it into overdrive, either with the pedal or if you're using the distortion channel on the amp, it sounds it sounds very thin, and it would maybe be cool to use this together with a bigger amp to kind of have this lo-fi little amp effect, but alone it's really hard to get like big and nice guitar tones. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how it will work in the mix. And by the way, I'm allowing myself to use reverb in the mix, and I also added just a tiny bit of tremolo on one of the tracks to make it a bit more interesting. Yes. Well, I recorded everything that I wanted to have on this song, and I also have some sort of mix ready. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and after I played it for you, I will let you know how my whole experience with this was. Let's go. Well, again, let me know what you think in the comment section. I think it ended up okay. Again, I really like the clean tones that I got from the amp and the guitar. The guitar was playing quite okay in tune. I had the issue with some frets that I couldn't bend on because the notes were dead. Okay with me for this song at least. Would be difficult to play a awesome solo with this guitar, but all in all, I think the clean sound with the guitar and the amp sounded quite nice, and at least with some reverb on in my DAW, it ended up to sound quite lush and tasty. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a bit too much reverb to save the whole thing. The boost pedal from Electro Harmonix also worked fine to really push the amp. I think the amp was more of the problem here when it came to the overdrive sounds. I really had some difficulties with some raspiness in the guitar sound, but that's probably just the way it is when you use an old 10-watt transistor amp. As you probably could hear, it was also a bit difficult to make the melody thing on the guitar on the chorus stand out when using the same guitar amp and effects for basically all the tracks. But all in all, I think it sounded quite okay for $100. I think I'm keeping the pedal because I'm interested to see how that sounds with a proper amp. I'll probably try to give away the guitar and the amp to someone that needs it more than me though. There's a youth club in this area, so I'll try to contact them. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for staying with me and hope to see you in my next videos. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also check out my merch and my Patreon. And that's it, guys. Bye.